It's the first day of spring. There's good weather across most of the country, so I thought, why not go camping? Unfortunately, the microphone in my helmet decided not to work, which is why you're listening to this wonderful voiceover. The still weather meant you could smell Taupo 10 kilometres before you could see it. But the cold temperatures meant there was some fantastic geothermal activity that you could see. It almost looked like forest fires in a number of places. It's quite amazing that you can just pull across to the side of the road and be in some hot springs. No safety, no worries, just boiling water.
Ooh. That's hot water. That is really hot water.
So I stopped off at Rotorua just for a little bit of a break, and when I was just hanging out around the waterfront, bumped into a GS rider from the UK who'd done some rides that really make me jealous. And I really enjoy riding around this country, but when you hear about the overseas adventures people have, that sounds fantastic. But Rotorua's pretty good just by itself. So after that break, headed off to look for some campsites, and I knew there was some around some of the smaller lakes that you didn't need to pay much for. Stopped off to have a look at one of the campsites. The lake looked lovely, but the campsite looks a little bit muddy, a little bit more of a camper van park. There were some bits of grass for the tent, but after a brief circle around it, I thought I'd head up to the top of the lake and see what the campsite there was like. Top of the lake is the Ash Pit Road campsite. It's a pretty decent sized campsite. When I looked online later on, it said there was over 50 camping spots. Now, there are plenty of toilets scattered around the campsite, and even a few of these solar showers. But when I actually had a look in them, they were just an empty box with a hook in it. So either you provide your own shower bladder, I'm not sure what you call those, or maybe during summer they actually do set up something. It was such a beautiful, clear day. The lake looked fantastic. A couple of people were out fishing for trout in the lake. You can see the fish jumping every now and then. It was quite a nice place to stay. clear day turned into a clear night, and the stars came out and looked amazing. Unfortunately, my cell phone couldn't take a photo that did it justice. And I woke to a very foggy day the next day. Now, the only downside with this campsite was the water. There were lots of taps for water. Absolutely none of them work. I assumed the main source of water was meant to be the lake over winter, but the water wasn't particularly appetizing. It was covered in scum and pollen. So I did have a couple of cups of coffee, boiled the water as much as I could, but I wouldn't want to be drinking that much. So it became clear that the fog wasn't going anywhere anytime soon. So I packed up my tent while it was still wet and took a tiki tour on the way home. Didn't want to just join the highway, so headed into the Matahina Forest. Did look pretty dramatic with the fog coming through the trees. After having a bit of fun on the gravel roads, I headed back down to Rerewhaaitu to refuel the bike and refuel myself. After refueling, headed into Te Urewera. It's one of the most fantastic roads in the country. If you haven't ridden that, you need to. After going through Te Urewera, it was then a quick matter of refueling at Wairoa and heading back to the Hawke's Bay. So all in all, that was a really nice weekend. Beautiful weather for the entire time. Bit foggy in the morning, but it was a nice campsite to stay at despite the fact there was no water. All of the roads were great to ride on. Te Urewera, always a highlight, and I strongly recommend anybody to actually have a journey through there. It is a wonderful part of the country. Anyway, that's enough for me. I will try to get my microphone fixed before I do another video. But until then, thanks for watching. See you later.